Is the number 16,752 divisible by 8? Let's divide the last three digits to see if it's divisible by 8. 8 goes in 75 9 times. On subtracting 72 from 75, we get a remainder 3. And we pull down the 2, and 8 goes in 32 4 times. And on subtracting, we get a remainder 0. So the number 16,752 should be divisible by 8. Let's check it out with the full number. 8 goes in 16 twice. On subtracting, we get 0. We bring down 7 and 5 and add a 0 to the dividend. 8 goes in 75 9 times. We subtract and get a remainder 3. We pull down the 2 and 8 goes in 32 4 times. On subtracting, we get a remainder 0. So we can see that the number 16,752 is divisible by 8. Is the number 1,92,168 divisible by 8? Let's divide the last three digits and see if it's divisible by 8. 8 goes in 16 twice, and we subtract 16 from 16, we get a remainder 0. We pull down the 8, and 8 goes in 8 once with a remainder 0. So by the rule of divisibility of 8, the larger number 1,92,168 should be divisible by 8. Let's check it out. 8 goes in 19 twice. We subtract 16 from 19 and get a remainder 3. We pull down the 2 and 8 goes in 32 4 times. We subtract and get a remainder 0. We pull down the 1 and the 6 and add a 0 to the dividend. 8 goes in 16 twice. We subtract 16 from 16 and we get a remainder 0. We pull down the 8 and 8 goes in 8 once with a remainder 0. So the number 1,92,168 is divisible by 8, and it fulfills the rule of divisibility of 8. Is the number 2,56,052 divisible by 8? Let's divide the last three digits by 8 and see if it's divisible. We find that 8 goes in 52 6 times, and on subtracting we get a remainder 4. So this number 2,56,052 should not be divisible by 8. Let's check it out with the full number. 8 goes in 25 3 times. On subtracting, we get a remainder 1. We pull down the 6 and 8 goes in 16 twice with a remainder of 0. We pull down the 0 and we pull down the 5. We add another 0 to the dividend and pull down the 2. 8 goes in 52 6 times, which is 48. On subtracting 48 from 52, we get a remainder 4. So the number 2,56,052 is not divisible by 8. Is the number 32,514 divisible by 8? Let's take the last three digits and see if it is divisible by 8. 8 goes in 51 6 times. 48 subtracted from 51 gives a remainder 3. On pulling down 4, 8 goes in 34 4 times. And on subtracting 32 from 34, we get a remainder of 2. So by the rule of divisibility of 8, 32,514 should not be divisible by 8. Let's check it out. 8 goes in 32 4 times. And on subtracting 32 from 32, we get a remainder 0. We pull down 5 and 1, and 8 goes in 51 6 times. We subtract 48 from 51 and get a remainder 3. On pulling down 4, we get 34, and 8 goes in 34 4 times. On subtracting 32 from 34, we get a remainder of 2. So the larger number is not divisible by 8. This fulfills the rule of divisibility of 8.